Where shall we go today? Where shall we go? Where do you want to go today? Let's walk round Cirencester. I've not been to Cirencester for about 20 years. As you can tell, the vehicles have changed as well around here. Anyway, a lot's changed around here. For example, that wasn't here 20 years ago, so that must be a new church. That's nice. That's the old part of the church that I do remember. It's just that new bit at the back with the tower, and I don't know. This must be the market square, although it's just massive car park, as you can see behind me. But over there is actually a market. So it's a market square with a market. That's unusual these days, I'll be honest with you. Wrong town, mate. You need to change your sign to that. Now, it's quite normal for Debenhams and certain stores to be shut, but House of Fraser that's shut down. That's something new. Would it be childish to snigger at that sign? Yeah, I'm childish. It is strange that a lot of these buildings must have come up in the last 20 years, because I've never seen them before. Yet you've got old buildings like this one here, which has obviously been here since Roman times. You can easily tell how old this building is because it's got a walkway, and a wide walkway at that. So this is early Victorian or late Victorian. But either way, it's a very, very old building. More classic old architecture here. This is what you come to Cirencester for. Buildings like this. They've even got a McCall's. New Wave, the fish shop. Must be owned by Justin Blumenthal, because it's New Wave fish and chips. He's probably battered the chips and fried, I don't know. It's glorious, glorious building. It's a nice view. Now, this might surprise you, but I don't do always facts correctly. I just kind of guess. But I've been very reliably informed by a local resident who's very, very polite, very helpful, that all this used to be a garage where they used to fix cars. It used to be a riot hall, and now it's the wool market, which is a lie, because it never sold wool ever, unless there's a shop in here that sells wool, in which case it can be a wool market. But either way, it's all very modern now and very nice. I'm still in the wool market, and this is my favourite kind of wool, crocodile wool. It's a bit like crocodile tears. Doesn't mean anything. It's a big yellow bus. Buses are very different from what they are where I come from. There's a bus, and it's yellow. It's not very big. It's not a map to tell you where things are, because it's not very historic, is it, let's be honest. So what it's got is, it's got all the streets named, including Cricklade Street. I've been to Cricklade. And where's the other one I've seen? Oh, Ashcroft's Garden. I've been there as well, when he lived in Wigan. I used to know him. So what's this then? It's a road, obviously, but it's not any road. It's a ring road, Cirencester style. So we've got the wool market down there, and then we've got the fleece here, and we've got a model of a sheep in there. So obviously sheep have got something to do with this place. Sheep must be very important, but I've not seen a single sheep since I got here, apart from that metal one, and that doesn't count, because it was metal, it wasn't even a real sheep. Okay, now I'm really confused. Corn Hall. They made a hall out of corn? It's a bit weird. It's very nice in here though, it's very posh. Something made of corn. I'm on the ground floor, and that says Cornhole Cellars. It's not, it's on the ground floor. It's almost like a church in here. Except there's no churchy things. So this shop is called Sheep and Chick. And it's got like stuff made of wool and stuff. But I've still not seen a sheep. Due to COVID restrictions, bands now have to practice outside. The cleaners around here are very up themselves. Yeah, smarty pants. Cotswold curtains, it says. So you'd expect lots of lovely old houses and things, but no, you just get all this new stuff. The Wheatsheaf pub, obviously only built 3 years ago. Again, old buildings, totally destroyed by these brand new ones. They're that new, they don't even show up right. There you go. It's ridiculous. It's like a new town. Cirencester new town. See this brand new build. They've tried to make it look old by making the wall badly. That's just bad workmanship, let's be honest. Sign there says Jeffrey rhymes. Jeffrey. Doesn't rhyme with anything. Jeffrey, Mefbury, Wetbury. No, that's the wrong sign. That should be Jeffrey doesn't rhyme. A lot of the cottages are small, even though they're new builds, and that's because we're near Wales, and as we know, all the Welshes are quite small, so they don't need big houses. It's also environmentally friendly as well. Please leave this driveway clear. That's not clear. Another new build, I know that one. It was on Grand Designs, and they did the windows and the doors wrong to make it look old. They even said that. Disgusting. I always wondered where Laura Ashley lived. Sadly, no more. She passed away a while ago. Sydney Free Saddlery, which is very good. I don't like Sydney. No one likes Sydney. But it doesn't come here, so it's a Sydney Free area. So you can buy your saddle free stuff. This is even more annoying. Got the old building there, and they've built a brand new building onto it as an extension. I'm trying to claim now that this is Roman, and it's definitely not. You can tell. It's made from trees that are less than 20 years old. The Cirencester obelisk, it says, and then it says here, the view of Roman Cirencester and the town walls from this point, illustrating the Fossil Way, Bathgate and Cemetery. It's changed a bit. To be fair, this is an original Roman bridge. Beautiful. Apparently we're 12.6 miles from Rome. That's good. And that's what the Romans built. A hill. So you come all the way to Cirencester to see Roman ruins. And all you get is like a mound of earth. I was expecting the Colosseum or something. Never mind. If you like earth, come here to Cirencester. You'll love it. Within going distance of the monument that's just a load of earth, and very, very, very disappointing, is the original, traditional Roman road. And as you can see, it's dead straight because Romans didn't know how to do corners, so they built all the roads straight. Boom, thank you. Sound effects from the locals. Public property, no public right of way, but we'll build you a footpath right the way to the public footpath. Amazing. So we go, footpath. Coming from the footpath, and there's a hole in the wall with some steps, but again, no public right of way. Build a fence then. Nothing says posh like an abandoned shopping trolley. Posh. Again, new build, but they made an effort this time. I've got a good idea. I feel like someone's nicked it. Furniture sale inside. I think it's closed at the moment. I do like somewhere that's got a funny name. Steps Travel. It's all the way up them steps. Again, a traditional Romanian build from 3 centuries ago. So much better than the modern stuff they keep showing us. I like signs, but that one is a bit misleading. COVID-19 can't read, and it's too late for the social distancing for the COVID, so pointless. See, more new build stuff. Goes all the way down the street. See that big monstrosity at the bottom. At least there's some old stuff here. Oh God, they've even put this temporary wall up here so they can build new stuff behind it. God's sake. Blackjack Street. Can't call it that anymore now, so they're going to call it Fruit Salad Street from next week. I was going to say a lot of people think the church and people who work at the church are very nice and friendly, but let's be honest, that's not true. It's proven here as well, because there is the dungeon underneath the church here. If you're very naughty, or they just don't like you. It's also got a moat around the church as well, which is to stop atheists like me getting in. without standing on that. Walk around it. I've seen enough James Bond and Doctor Who. I wonder how many atheists love churches as much as I do. It's weird. So yeah, they don't want atheists going in, they built a moat around it, but give them £5, they'll let you in. It's strange how the bus stop looks older than that thing we saw earlier on that's stuck up in the sky. It reminds me, I used to have a Fairfax back in the day. It's one of them book things. It was basically a home computer, but you had to write everything in it and then remember that you'd written it and it wouldn't remind you. More new build, and this one has even got the audacity to lie and say that it was built in 1714. Yeah, right. As if the Romans could build something as nice as that. I mean, that was built in 2014, not 1714. Dollar Street, it's not America. More lies. It wasn't only the Romans that were violent, apparently. Even Salvation has an army. So you want to come somewhere that's got a church that lets you in if you pay them a £5. To be fair, you could probably get in not paying them a £5. Just that I'm generous like that. It's got loads of brand new architecture, like all this stuff around me here, which is a bit tasteless, I'll be honest with you. And, of course, it's got all the beautiful new architecture that we saw earlier, and narrow walkways, and a Roman monument that's very disappointing. You can do a lot worse than come to Cirencester. Till next time. Bye! Where shall we go today? Where shall we go? Where do you want to go today? Let's walk round. See, another new build. They haven't even finished it, they've still got the wood around the bottom of the concrete sets. Make it look old, not fooling me. You can tell that's pine from B&Q. Still can't help but think that these old buildings here are kind of destroyed by these new buildings. I always wondered where Laurie Ashley furniture sale